What is going on, guys? Insane Jugg back with another video, and got another installment of NFL Roundtable, man. So, without further doubt, let's get into it. Packers already beat the Bears this week. Didn't see a reason to pick that game, so that's why I didn't record before Thursday. This is one of the toughest weeks to pick games, though. Just looking at it, almost every single game is a toss-up game. So, really fucking tough. A lot of people are gonna go have more picks wrong than right this week. It's just that type of week. But without further ado, let's get into it, man. First game we got Saints versus Dolphins in London. I like the Dolphins defensive line a lot. Every time I have to pick a Dolphins game, you hear me talk about defensive line. Jay Cutler had a chance to gain a lot of confidence against this shaky New Orleans defense. So this is a week where the Dolphins would probably be poised to be victorious. Jay Ajayi is questionable, which means that he will probably play, but he won't be at 100%. So that's a big deal. Do I think that the Dolphins will possibly have a chip on their shoulder and they will definitely compete with the Saints? Possibly. Do I think that we should even be considering who would win this game? If you asked me a couple weeks ago or before the season started, I would say no. The Saints are obviously a more talented team, but now this is actually a toss-up game. Like I said, man, I love everything about the Saints offense, man. They're just so dynamic, and for them to do what they did to a pretty well-vaunted Panthers defense last week is really impressive. So, who am I to say that the Dolphins are gonna beat the Saints this week? I mean, it's just not a smart pick, in my opinion. I like what the Saints are doing with that three-headed backfield. Michael Thomas looks outstanding, and I just don't see the Saints losing this week, man. I got the Saints winning in London, beating the Miami Dolphins. Next up, Patriots and Panthers at Gillette Stadium. The Patriots passing defense has not been good this year. So, as a matter of fact, I think they're the worst passing defense at this point in the NFL. I might be wrong on that, but I think they are. And that caught me by surprise. But Cam has a really good matchup this week. I don't think he'll take advantage of it, though. Cam has been really shaky his whole season. I know that because Cam was one of my quarterbacks in fantasy. I have him and Derek Carr, so it's kind of like a week-by-week basis to why it starts. So I know more than anybody that, you know what I mean, Cam has had a shaky season. So I'm not going to pick the Panthers to beat the Patriots in Gillette just because I don't trust Cam Newton as a quarterback right now. So got the Patriots winning in Gillette. Sorry, I can't make the upset pick, but I can't. Next up, Jaguars versus Jets. And this is a really tough matchup because I also have to consider offensive line here, and the defensive line of the Jets is going to get after Blake Bortles. And the Jaguars just horrified my Ravens, so it's like, how am I even considering which team I'm going to pick this week? I should pick the Jaguars, right? But no, I can't do it. I don't see the Jaguars winning in MetLife for some reason. And I just think that the Jets are going to get another victory this weekend against the Jaguars, man. Call me crazy, but I like that Jets defensive line way too much to pick the Jaguars this week. And Bilal Powell scoring a touchdown last week was a good sign. And I see plenty more good things to come from the Jets. Robbie Anderson looked good last week. I got the Jets beating the Jaguars this weekend at MetLife Stadium. Next up, Titans versus Texans. Oh, I've been thinking about this pick all week. I've been thinking about it, and I keep flip-flopping when I think about who I want to pick because I'm just so in love with the Texans defense, and Deshaun Watson looked really good last week. But I feel like the Texans' run game could be better. The O-line could be better. I feel like they could get more production out of their pass catchers. There are just certain things that just bother me about the Texans. The Titans have been one of the better teams in the league this year. DeMarco Murray had a bum hamstring in what he rushed for over 100 yards last week. So the Titans offense is dangerous, but I think that the home teams are going to get a lot done this week, man. I really do. And believe it or not, I got the Texans beating the Titans. No, it's not a popular pick, but I do have the Texans beating the Titans this weekend. I definitely think it's going to happen. So give me the Texans over the Titans. Next up, Steelers and Ravens in M&T Bank Stadium. I obviously can't pick against my team. You guys know this. Give me the Ravens over the Steelers. Not going to justify it. No reason to. I'm not going to pick against my team. And for anybody to justify me doing so would just be ridiculous. So, got the Ravens over the Steelers. Not even going to talk about the game. Hopefully my Ravens can pull it out. Next up, we got the Bengals at the Browns. Oh my God. Ohio has been looking really shaky. How many times have I picked the home team? I think I picked the home team in every game so far. Holy shit. But Bengals don't look good at all. And one thing about the Bengals is I would love to see them have a two-headed monster with Joe Mixon and Jeremy Hill in the backfield and really try to get that running game going. But that offensive line isn't good, and I just don't think that they wanted to get the running game going. I mean, I don't know any other excuse for why the running game isn't where it should be right now. And I just have no, I can't see Cleveland beating these guys. As much as I want to pick Cleveland, oh my God. The Bengals are so trash. That's why it's like so hard, but as much as I want to pick Cleveland, man, I just feel like them not beating Indianapolis last week, them getting torched in the secondary, I feel like Andy Dalton has a chance to redeem himself this week. So give me the Bengals over the Browns. Next up, Lions and Vikings. Vikings at home, okay. So for the third straight week, Sam Bradford is out. So got Case Keenum going against that insane Lions defensive line, Haloti Ngata, and my boy Ziggy Ansah, who destroyed the Giants a couple weeks ago and had a great week last week as well. So you gotta know how I feel about the Lions, man. The Lions are 1 yard away from beating the Falcons last week too. Just putting that out there. You know how I feel about the Lions. I think the Lions are one of the better teams in the NFL. Pretty underrated, especially defensively. And I feel like they're gonna take care of the Vikings this week. The Vikings just don't have a good enough offensive line. And that's why Dalvin Cook hasn't prospered as much as he should, even though he's had a decent rookie year so far. But give me the Lions over the Vikings. Lions taking the one on the road. Next up, we got the Rams and the Cowboys at Arlington. And this might be a slightly biased pick, but I'm a huge fan of what the Rams have been doing so far this year. They're a young, talented squad who have a lot of potential in the future. And I'm picking the Rams for the upset here, man. I think the Rams are going to go into Arlington, Texas, and I think they're going to take care of the Cowboys, man. I really think they will. So I think the Cowboys are going to struggle once again, have another bad week, and I can start selling my Legend collectibles. I was sniping some for like $55K or less, and they're already selling for $75, so cool. But yeah, I got the Lions, holy shit. Got the Rams over the Cowboys in Arlington. Stand by that pick, even if it's wrong. That's my pick, man. I'm sticking with it. Bills and Falcons, another chance for an upset here. But it's in Georgia, and The Atlanta Falcons, man. Atlanta Falcons. You don't know what you're gonna get with them this season. You know, sometimes they play like they're the best team in the league, and sometimes they're just they play like a young, undisciplined squad, and it's really hard to know what you're gonna get which week. And you want to know when you're going against the Buffalo Bills defense. They're one of the most underrated defenses in the NFL, and they're gonna fucking come after you. And I honestly think this is going to be a really close game, and I could definitely see the Bills winning, but it's hard to pick against the Falcons, man. It's hard, especially at home. Can't do it. Give me the Falcons over the Bills, but this is a tough pick right here. On to the 4 o'clock games, Eagles versus Chargers. Wow. I like the dog and Phillip Rivers, man. Like, Phillip Rivers is the guy you just want to root for, man, because you see his demeanor every week, man. He just wants to win so bad, and it kind of hurts you when he doesn't win. I saw something about Melvin Gordon being questionable, means he's not 100% as well. So putting that out there, I think that all the Chargers receivers other than Keenan Allen have a really good matchup this week, particularly Tyrell Williams. So this is a week where I think the Chargers could redeem themselves, and I think that they will redeem themselves. So I got the Chargers beating Philly at home. Well, Chargers are at home, and I think Phillip Rivers is going to get a victory here, man, and a well-deserved one. So got the Chargers beating Philly. Next up, 49ers at the Cardinals. 49ers defense has looked terrible. The Rams destroyed that defense last week. And I'm a guy that's all for defense. Defense wins championships. So when I see a defense perform like that, there's no way in hell I'm picking you to win a game. So not even any need to go further. Got the Cardinals winning at home, beating the 49ers. Giants and Buccaneers. These are the two most talked about offenses in the preseason. Definitely, if you ask me, I said these two were the best offenses. And I'm kind of eating those words right now. You know, you get a little excited. You look at the Giants, you saw Odell Beckham, Brandon Marshall, Sterling Shepard, Evan Ingram. You figured Paul Perkins was looking to break out this season. You just seen a lot of talent, and you thought, you know, these two have the best talent around their quarterback. And the Buccaneers, obviously, with Deshaun Jackson, Chris Godwin, sorry. I was thinking about the Georgia Bulldogs receiver, but Deshaun Jackson, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, O.J. Howard, Cameron Brate, along with Doug Martin, all surrounded by Jameis Winston. So, like I said, man, before the season started, these were the two teams that we talked about a lot. But I honestly want to pick the Bucs so bad because I think the Bucs are the better team, just being honest. But I can't fucking see the Giants going 0-4. I just can't. I can't possibly put the Giants as a 0-4 team. I'm not going to disrespect them like that. The Giants have to somehow find a way to win this week. If they don't, holy shit, they're screwed. You know, so this isn't really a pick like, oh, I feel like the Giants are a better team. This is a necessity pick. Like, the Giants are so desperate for a win, I have to pick them because if they don't win, it's like, holy shit, their season is over. So I have to pick the Giants here, even though I think the Bucs are the better team, and I would pick the Bucs in any other situation. Like, if the Giants won last week, ironically, I would pick the Bucs. So the Giants have to win this week. They have to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. They have to win this week. So I have to pick the Giants. So got the Giants winning, man. It is what it is. Raiders and Buck. Have you realized every single game is a toss-up? pretty much, pretty much. The only game you can argue that isn't a toss up is Panthers and Patriots, and even that's a toss up. So every game is a fucking toss up. Like, holy shit, what a week of football we have coming to us, man. Damn, schedule makers were on their shit this week. This is incredible. But Raiders and Broncos, defensively, I've seen a lot from the Broncos. Not sure who the Broncos played last week, actually. I want to see what the Broncos did last week. If I can do that real quick. So, check that. They lost to Buffalo 26-16. Okay. Defensively, I feel like the Broncos are probably the best in NFL, if not one of the best. So that shows kind of the respect that I have for Denver as a squad. But Trevor Siemian struggled last week against the Bills, and the Raiders, I think, are a middle of the pack defense, so he's gonna have a chance to redeem himself. But whoa. This is a tough pick right here. But at Mile High, I think the Broncos are the safer pick here. I'm all about safe. I'm risk averse, so I'm definitely gonna go with the Broncos beating the Raiders here. But I feel like the Raiders are obviously the more talented team, so just feel like that defense is gonna have its way with Raiders somehow, though, and got the Broncos over the Raiders. Colts and Seahawks at 8:30. This is the only game on the schedule that I see that I consider kind of like it's not a toss-up. We already know who's going to win. I just don't see the Colts beating Seattle, unfortunately. And that's just how I feel. Sorry. I was looking at that 65K bet as if I wanted to take it or not, but I don't. But, yeah, got Seattle beating the Colts at CenturyLink. So, last but not least, Redskins versus Chiefs. Good way to definitely end off this football week. Another toss-up here. Redskins got a really nice victory last week versus the Raiders, so props to them. They will be playing the Chiefs at Arrowhead. Arrowhead is one of the toughest stadiums to play in. Kareem Hunt is putting out a campaign that's hasn't been really seen before, so Kareem Hunt is the real deal, baby. Hard for me, hard to pick against the Chiefs at home, and I'm not gonna do it. So we've got the Chiefs beating the Redskins at home in Arrowhead, and that's gonna wrap it up, man. As you can see, bang, bang, bang. We just put out some picks for the week. Really nice picks. Feel confident, but actually I don't feel confident. Like I said, this is a toss-up week. You don't know what's gonna happen. A lot of games are not gonna go the way that I expect. Understood this type of week. So at the end of the day, gotta take all these picks with a grain of salt because we have no idea what's gonna happen. But great week of football we got ahead of us, man. Like I said, make sure you guys enjoy this week of football, man. This is a great week, so just enjoy it, man. It's been your boy, Insane Jugg, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. All that means the world to me. And I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.